I hear from people all the time who are worried that AI is going to replace them, take their jobs, do their work for them. As somebody who started an AI business, I don't think that's true. I don't think it's about AI taking over from humans, but humans who use AI productively are going to be the ones who win out in this. You might not think that I look like someone who typically would be starting an AI tech company. So what was it that inspired me to use AI and see what it might have to offer in helping with the book writing process? So I worked in person with thousands of entrepreneurs and experts who wanted to get their books written over the last decade or so. And I developed processes and ways that they could do this more easily, but it always involved one-to-one or group courses, places they had to attend, Zoom calls they had to come on in order to get this done. And when I saw how you could bring this all together with AI and make it accessible all the time, I realized that this would be a great way to really help more people to more easily and more quickly get their books positioned, planned and written. And since we launched Book Magic, we've seen that this really works. We see authors who come into using the app and get their books planned out really quickly. They get their books written much faster than they thought they were going to, and they have a really good book out there because they have the AI working with them, not to write the book for them, but to help them structure, to help them plan, to give them ideas, to help with the research. And it all just makes it such a much better, faster and more successful process. So you probably see people out there, possibly people in your network, other entrepreneurs who seem to be turning out a book every year or even every 6 months, and you're really wondering how they do this. Well, what they're doing is leveraging the tools that are out there now and getting things done really quickly, and you can do that too. So I'm going to tell you about 3 ways that you can use AI the right way to help you get your book planned and written faster than the people who are using AI the wrong way and faster than people who are not using AI at all to get their books written. So the first step is to use AI to set the context of you and your book and how you're going to use it to build your business. So in Book Magic AI, we start long before the planning and the writing of your book. We start right at the beginning, and you are prompted all the way through step by step to answer questions about what your business does, about your ideal clients, your market, your services, your products, your IP. So the AI has all that information, and then it can really help you structure your book, come up with a plan, come up with a purpose and a premise for your book in a way that it's much harder to do without that AI support. So you could just use a generic large language model to help you get your book planned, but you're going to have to do all the work. You're going to have to prompt it to understand what your book is about, what you want to use it for, how you are going to put your IP into that book. In Book Magic, we've already done this for you. We ask you all the right questions. Your AI coach will prompt you to give it all the right information, and it's so much faster because we've done the work for you. And for people who are not using AI at all to help them with these early stages of writing their books, getting this information out of their heads and structured and sorted out can take them weeks, even months, before they can get onto the process of getting their book positioned and planned and written. But if you're using the right tools, you can do this part of the work in just a few hours. So the next step is to take all that information, all that content, and turn it into a really strong book structure, a book that's going to provide a wonderful journey for the reader and will really sell your business to them. So in the old days, I used to work with authors, and they used to have sets of index cards, and I would get them to write out all their content onto index cards and arrange them, put them on tables, spread them out, move them around, and then write their contents page up into documents documents, write an introduction for their book. It was a long, involved and hard process, and it worked a lot better if you were working with somebody else, a coach or a mentor, to help you get feedback and get it right. And those authors had the benefit of working with experts in the book writing arena. So they were either working with me or they were working with members of our coaching team, and they could get feedback that really helped them understand how to structure a good book. And we could bring all our experience and expertise in working with thousands of authors to get all sorts of different books written and published and giving a great experience to readers. Now, if you're working on your own, it becomes so much harder. You don't have that feedback, you don't have that expertise. And if you've never written a book before, you very often don't know what you don't know about how to structure a really good book. So imagine if you spend hours, days, weeks, months structuring your book, writing your book, and then getting it published and out there and hoping to build your business from it, and nothing happens. It doesn't do the job. That will be such a waste of your time and energy and so disappointing. But the thing is, this does happen a lot. I often have authors come up to me and ask me why their book isn't promoting their business, why they're not getting the results that they wanted. And I look at their books and I see that actually the terrible thing is they've written the wrong book. And this was one of the reasons I knew that AI could be an incredible support to entrepreneurs and experts and business owners who wanted to write their book but didn't have the coaching or mentoring support to help them through the process. And that's what AI tools are absolutely brilliant at. Structure is one of their superpowers. And we've taken all our experience and put it into Book Magic so that you can use it to structure the book that will build your business in a really short time. And the third thing I want to talk about today is about the worry that so many people have that they're not good enough writers to write their book. Well, the first mistake is just to hand it all over to AI and say, write my book for me. That is an absolute disaster because AI does not know what's in your head and it does not speak in your voice. But you can use AI to refine and edit and improve what you've already written in your own words. So you don't have to be a great writer to write your book. You just have to get a rough first draft out there. Or if writing is not your thing at all, in Book Magic we have a fantastic voice to text function. So if talking is more you, then you can speak your book and it appears in writing on the screen, just out there. But then you can use the AI tools to edit, to shorten, to sharpen, to refine your work and get a much better end product. So don't get AI to write your book for you, but use it in the way it is best suited. So I know that some people are nervous about using AI to write their books in case their information gets taken and used and they don't get the right feedback from a large language model. But in Book Magic AI, we've gone through all that. We've prompted it so that you've already told your ideal client avatar who you are, what your business is, who they are, what your content is, and what you want to do with your book. So when you're working in Book Magic to get your first draft refined, to get some editing input, Book Magic has all the context that you've already given it. It knows your business, it knows your context, it knows your ideal client. So think of AI not as a ghostwriter, not as a tool that's going to write your book for you, but as a coach, as a mentor, as an ideal client who can give you all the feedback you need to get your book refined and perfected. So if you know that you want to get your book written, but you're really struggling with the idea of actually writing it, know that there are tools out there that can really help you do it faster, easier than ever before. And other people are out there using those tools, so don't get left behind by not believing that this is now possible. I'm giving a workshop very soon with Jonathan Farrar, our tech director at Book Magic. I'm going to be going through all the blocks that might be holding you up in writing your book, and Jonathan will be giving a live demo of how you can use the app to help you get through the process. And we'll be taking Q&A at the end. So if you've got specific questions you want to ask us, do join us. Click on the link and register for the workshop, and I look forward to seeing you there. If you like this video, give it a like, follow the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.